I suspect these skulls were left here as a warning. Don't expect a welcome.
That's a trap.
Oh, the ground's trembling almost as bad as the Lady Vengeance on rough seas.
The Traitor! They ran away. They ran to the north. The witch and the traitor.
doesn't it?
Now is not the time for a bath.
Get it!
Harvest here this year.
Ooh. Yes, yes, burn. Your kind has been dismembering and burning mine since time immemorial. I must admit, the smell of charred human flesh is so very enticing. If you can find a bucket, sure. Consider it my last offering to a dying ring.
The statue appears almost the wind right.
Sizzle, sizzles. Sizzles. Your kind has been...
Reaper for me.
Quick, there's not a moment to spare. She has him, and there's no telling what she'll do. The Black Ring which fled, and she has a Magister hostage. You know what they're capable of, don't you? Mihaly's a good man. We need to help him.
madness. I'm having flashbacks from the Great War. The Black Ring, of course. At least they're honest about how wicked they are. The Ganglelegs have gone nuts for good this time. They're destroying the place for reasons too stupid to know. Oh, but you better grab a pair of shears. I'm not about to let you just rip it out of me, silly. Bodies! The smell of death!
She's up ahead, there! Get her! Get her! She's Black Ring! Black Ring and she'll gut you in a heartbeat. Oh, God, I'm hit. Go on without me. Don't let her escape.
You sense a blur of movement to your side. Before you can react, there's a blade under your chin and a slim, pale hand upon your weapon. A voice...
A guest? How brazen of you to enter without knocking.
The press of the blade encourages you further into the room, then retreats. You turn to face a woman in black ring robes. She's pale and vividly beautiful, wearing a smile that's somewhere between impish and cruel.
Perhaps I'll give you a chance to explain yourself.
She lowers her weapon and gives you a curious look. Not because of your response, though. She's noticed something.
You're no ordinary traveler, are you? You positively reek of sauce. Are you the one responsible for this mayhem surrounding us? And whoever turned this stretch of cow country into a death-filled valley is likely to be powerful enough to help you. Is that what you thought? You look like someone who wouldn't turn down a good thing when it comes to them. How about a little deal? You help us, and I'll show you how to make true use of sauce.
She gestures to where a young magister is propped up on a cot in the corner. He's ashen and dazed, his shoulder bound in layers of crimson-soaked wound dressings.
This is Mahaly. We absconded together. I from the Black Ring and he from the Magisters. We fell for each other while I was his prisoner. Love will set you free. Mahaly put himself at great risk to free me from Magister captivity. We made it clear, but he picked up quite a nasty wound. We found refuge in this charming hamlet. But then, well, I'm sure you saw for yourself. The landscape tore itself open, Voidwoken appeared, and a shroud of decay fell over us. It's preventing Mahaly's wounds from healing. So, now we must escape this place. Or else remove the decaying shroud so Mahaly can heal. Help us, and I'll help you. Thank you. Please, clear the way so that we can head south in the direction of the coast. The north is too dangerous. It crawls with Voidwoken. Once you've helped Mahaly and I pass freely, once we're truly clear, I'll give you what you want.
Her eyes speak volumes.
All that you want. Wise, perhaps. Its effects seem to be stronger to the north. I'd start looking there. Well, have you found the core? Good. Now listen closely. Clear anything that will impede Mahaly. Flames, those accursed fumes.
Leave me be.
The Magister winced.
I better try. Clean this room. Don't wait for me, lads. You have to get his Black Ring.
The farm's gone. The farm's end times, I think. I think this is it. I think there was a couple staying in my place. Young folks. Sweet folks. Hiding from the Reds. But then came the...
abomination. Right where I want you.
You promise much, sorcerer, but can you deliver on any of it?
She slinks forward until her face is mere inches from your own.
I owe you a debt, but I already know what you desire, and I intend to pay in full, right now. Tell me, do you know exactly what I am? Excellent eye, my dear. You are correct. I am indeed a succubus. Love is my power. It enthralls those who lie with me and feeds me yet more power. My source abilities are linked to this aspect of me, and it is through this aspect that I must reward you.
You realize that her hand is caressing your arm. She gazes at you intently. Her eyes are oceans of violet. You could drown in them.
You have my word, though. I will not use my powers to make you my thrall. Just as I hope you won't use what I show you to become some sort of tyrant.
She grins devilishly and pulls you close.
Let's see what you're made of.
She kisses you. She reminds. Suddenly she's all blinding light and come hear the heat. You enter her heat, thrust upon thrust, until she scalds, and with a scream, her nails digging for blood, all becomes an echo of the primal soul, a burst of overwhelming white. Slowly the heat abates as she releases you with a kiss. Your vision swims back into view, Almira observing you with a knowing smile.
A lesson worth learning, was it not? Once you've caught your breath, I actually have another little request for you. You have helped me to escape immediate danger, but I remain a fugitive from my old life and the promises I made to it. The Black Ring swear allegiance to a powerful being, the God King. This is not a mere oath of duty, this is the Covenant. And those who accept it are bound to the God King. They are sworn. You have to understand, Lucian's death fog broke us. We were left defeated, leaderless. And then the God King started to speak to us. He offered victory, immortality, anything we desired in exchange for loyalty. How could we refuse? Once you are sworn, there is no escape. Your life is the God King's. Fail or betray him, and you are doomed. Unless you find a way to break the Covenant. I discovered the existence of ancient implements called Sworn Breakers. They are rumored to be able to break any magical pact, including the Covenant. And while enslaved by the Magisters, I noticed a tablet in their excavation site in the Black Pits. It bore markings that looked very similar to how these Sworn Breakers were described to me.
She smiles, fixing those violet eyes upon you once again.
Will you retrieve it for me? It is a promise that you cannot break, unless you want to end up broken yourself. Those who are sworn to it are bound to the God King, come victory or defeat. If you try to break the Covenant unprepared, then you are sealing your own fate. He is a god for the godless. A beacon for those who have no place in this world. He seeks to cast down the world of the Seven and build a new world with the Sworn at his side. The Black Ring flocked to him after Lucian unleashed his death fog. The undead stand by him because he offers them a return to life. I don't know why the Voidwoken flock to him, but I want to be with Mahaly. That is why the God King and I must part ways. That is why I need a Swornbreaker. My, you are a special one, aren't you? Well, that settles it then. I will join you, and I guarantee we will find use for each other in the future. By the by, a black little birdie told me you've a ship along the shore. That is where we'll go. Enjoy a bit of sun while we wait for you to conclude your business along Reaper's Coast. In the meantime, have a little token as a thank you for all that you've done for me so far.
This is incredible. I've never felt so alive.
Travelling light, are you? Smart. I've got my whole life in these wagons. And look at me, like a fly in molasses. You didn't see it? Something happened up ahead. Blocked off the only road to Arx. Lest you fancy taking a stroll through the death fog. We're proper wrecked. Not unless you can bring back the divine. He'd untwist this pretzel in a heartbeat. Happy travels, eh? What a crock. God above, what I wouldn't give to get a move on.
Aye, if any of that death fog gets in your lungs, you're done for.
Hard to believe Lucian used it against all those people.
Bad people. Black Ring, don't forget that part.
Elves too.
Yeah, well, desperate times.
We should have sailed from Driftwood, like I told you. Travelling light, are you? Travelling light, are you? Smart. I've got my whole life in these wagons. And look at me, like a fly in molasses.
You stand, stunned. Before you, as if she stepped out of a dream, she awaits. The woman you've dreamt of since birth. The Red Princess.
You do not disappoint, my prince. You're every bit the gentleman they said you'd be. How very pleasurable, is it not, to finally meet in the flesh? For it is very much in the flesh that we must meet after all. Become one. Oh, Father, Life Shaper, that is what the goddess called you. How good of you, dear prince, that you have come to shape life in me. Oh, don't be coy. We're not strangers, you and I. There's no one in this world I know better than you. You are the secret of my soul, just like I am yours.
Softly, she moves her body against yours, puts her arms around your neck, her mouth hot against your ear.
Let's forget for a moment all the forces that drove us here, shall we? Let us think of nothing but ourselves, one amid a nest of satin. You and I, we know each other like only true lovers do. So at long last, let us become lovers.
Her endearing smile just about melts your heart.
Wonderful. Come, let's retire to that satin nest of mine. Follow me.
The interior of the wagon is like a world unto itself, a slice of home all too far away. The scent of incense abounds as the Red Princess reclines luxuriously upon large pillows embroidered with mythical scenes.
My name is Sada. I thought you knew. You're sweet. You know that? 'Twas when he came to Oram and slew the seven-headed snake, and 7 wives they brought him, for him to leave or take. I was never very fond of that verse, actually. But tell me, how would you like to be remembered? As a hero or a lover? The expected answer, which does not, I hasten to say, make it a disappointing one. So very few of us understand the true nature of ambition, of power. You are ambition and power. Of course, you're not the only one.
She smiles and quizzically tilts her head.
You can do better than that.
She eagerly returns your kiss, and just like that of the goddess, it is long and sweet as rosewater.
Kiss me again, sweet prince.
As you kiss, you can feel one of her hands grabbing you by the back of the neck as the other slides down in between your legs. A whisper and a moan.
Undress.
You remove your clothes, she removes hers, and soon you're in each other's arms again, naked.
How unbearably beautiful it is, having to dream no longer. Make love to me, my prince. I love you too.
You embrace, and at long last you become one, the Red Prince and the Red Princess. A coupling eons in the making, and as world-moving as it is quietly intimate. Here, in a lone wagon, in a lone spot, in Rivellon peace, true peace. There's never been a moment such as this, the cuddling after, in this little satin nest. Hours pass. Sweet talk, sweet touches. She's asleep now in your arms. What do? You dress and cast a loving glance over her body, soft with sleep. Daylight bemists your eyes as you lonesomely descend the wagon. As you exit the wagon, you're awaited by a vile-looking lizard, his face the very definition of mischief.
Well, 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 look who's coming up for air. Mighty powerful noises I heard coming from that there carriage. Teensy bit jealous I am.
Ignoring you completely, he calls for Sada.
Come on out, darling. Lover boy here has no idea what's going on.
Sada appears in the wagon's door, her eyes wide with fright.
My, oh my, you didn't tell lover boy anything, did you, dollface? Naughty, naughty.
I am sworn.
To another. That's right, little prince. Your boo is betrothed to a very different kind of king. All she needed from you was a dollop of prophecy juice. I dare say she got it.
You utter villain! And I love you. Together we will brave it all, even the king.
Oh, ain't that as sweet as a bowl full of peaches? Hate to be this guy, but I gotta break up the party now. Time for you and your belly full of litter to crawl back to the king, darling. Gonna get me some private time with Prince Charming myself.
He grins widely, revealing rows of blackened teeth.
I've always had a soft spot for red meat.
Black ring, don't forget that part. Yeah, well, desperate times.
You stand, stunned.
You do have very... Oh, I would let you...
The interior... You remove... You ignoring you complete...
My, oh my, you didn't tell Loverboy anything.
No!
She takes a hold of your arm to restrain...
Please, this does not have to end...
But it does, darling. You've been played for a fool, little prince. She's sworn to another. That's right. All she needed from you...
You utter villain. And I love you.
Oh, time for you.
He grins.
I've always had a soft spot for red meat.
sailed from driftwood, like I told you.
Sure, if we wanted to get eaten by a bleeding boy.
And you think that...
To none.
I sensed something nearby. cornered.
Your maker.
Is mine. Heaven curse these fiends. Sadher, where have you gone?
The great creature gives you a disinterested look.
Yeah. For all the good it's done me. Still, can't complain. Leastways I could complain, but no one would listen.
The beast chews thoughtfully.
Nah, no point moaning. You take what you get and you don't get upset. Am I right? I am right. Still, thanks and all.
It turns away.
Move along, stranger. Not much to see here, but a bunch of sad saps with full carts and empty buckets.
Well, howdy there. Nice to see you. So it is. So it is. But these things never last forever. Either the death...
Did you expect a needle?
Oh, Paddy went splat. Paddy was pulling a cart. Paddy pulled it real good. Slow and careful. Careful and slow. Paddy carried the good stuff on account of Paddy was real good at it. Paddy fell in the ravine. Oh, Paddy.
My name's Paddy. I'd ask yours, but it don't matter anyhow. Reckon I spooked. Big old nasty beast popped out of thin air. So I ran. And then...
Sad people. Black Ring, don't forget that part. Yeah, well, desperate times.
Paddy was Paddy fell.
I'm getting paid. Ain't stuck anywhere. Keep your hands off the merchandise or you'll be hearing from me.
And you think that won't happen here? We like sitting ducks.
True enough. And that giant lizard must look like a great mutton chop to him.
Careful. Spotted a trap. Careful. I've spotted a trap. Careful now, that's a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Living is nothing if you're unhappy. Never knew you to be sentimental. Logical, not sentimental. Unhappy people are sloppy, unreliable. Maybe that's why I ain't.
Guards ahead. They don't look friendly.
Must have had a strong, impressive work getting past our defences. Now turn around and see if you have the same luck going the other way. And why should I not rip your jaw off your skull and claim it all for myself?
As he listens, his face suddenly changes. Recognition dances into his eyes.
Suppose I could make an exception. Go and see the boss, Rue Stanley. He's got a soft spot for travellers with something intricate.
You made it past the traps, fair enough. But you still better step carefully, stranger, or I'll tear your throat out with me teeth. Sitting pretty and generally not answering questions from nosy parkers who ain't lone wolves. Them, we eat the neck apples right out their throats. If you find out from me, you'll find out the hard way.
His arrows fly true and straight into the burlap sack.
I used to have a sister named Chloe. But Chloe tried to sneak out the back door, and now...
A thin, grim man carefully sands the end of a beautiful, unpolished longbow. He studiously avoids looking up as you approach.
Mind your way, sir. I'm not supposed to be trading with the other guests. Roost's orders. Fine, just please be discreet. I'm very much at Roost's mercy while I'm here. His arrow slide true and straight into the burlap sack. He laughs and puts another fletching feather in his cap. His arrow slide true and straight into the burlap sack.
The sharpshooter turns from his silent watch over the mill and its approaches and holds you in a steady regard.
Logical, not sentimental. Unhappy people are sloppy.
An elegant lizard lone wolf smokes Drudenay through an ornate pipe.
Looking fresh, gorgeous. What I wouldn't give to climb your... So tired.
Piss off! Unless you got money. Not likely anything. Right! Pissed off!
Logical, not sentimental. Unhappy people are sloppy, unreliable.
A lone wolf mage naps quietly. She talks.
Laugh all you want, Mudbarrow. Madmen tell tales, and dead men's ghosts do not.
She turns towards you. When she opens her eyes, she's looking right at you.
Mudbarrow can't have his money. I hid it.
She closes her eyes and settles back to sleep.
Careful now. That's a trap.
A compact, heavily muscled dwarf turns from her training. She flicks her wrist, and instantly her axe, a stunning elven weapon, is a hair's width from your chest. The blade sings. She gives you a long look, then relaxes. The blade moves back an inch.
That blood belongs to its original owner. It adds character. I look forward to adding Godwoken blood to the mix. Mind your own business, mate. It will if you swing it at me. Especially if you're an elven raider with more enthusiasm than skill. No, you can't. I can sell you all manner of weapon, elven or not, if you have the gold. But this axe ain't for sale. That belongs to the original elven owner. Doesn't it add character? All right, we're done. Bugger off.
She returns. He draws his wands.
You're in my space, stranger. Feel free to leave it.
Light crackles.
You know that. Your living is nothing if you're unhappy. Never knew you to be sentimental. Logical.
I killed him slow. Preserves the flavor.
I do not care.
You must be curious. He was like you. Imagine all those memories.
I have nothing to say to you.
You sure about that?
I am sure.
You want to end up like him, I guess? Or maybe you can see how this ends.
I do not see this, but I do see.
Guide.
I see that savagery does not win.
Wouldn't you like to believe that?
Sabine grabs you by the arm, her nails embedding themselves into your flesh.
That's him. That's Roost. The man who abducted me and sold me to the Master. This is it. He knows where the Master is. My thanks.
Sabine walks up to Roost, a massive man who's looming over a small elf, his hair a tangle of matted knots. Scars upon scars cross every inch of visible flesh, from his hands to his gnarled face.
Roost Anlon, I've come to ask you a question.
His smile is nauseating.
You'll have to give me a kiss first. Lots of tongue, too.
He laughs, the sound of a hiccuping demon choking on raw offal.
How vile and petty a thing you are.
Shut up! It's her I'm talking to. Sabine, I was wondering when I'd see you again. Knew the time would come after you broke Daddy's leash. Ha ha, yes. Been wondering when the Master's little pet would pick up my scent.
I know.
She winks at him.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Her casual dismissal of his insults seemed to unsettle him somewhat. Uncertainty sours his face.
How about we just cut to the chase? You are searching for your master. I know where he is. Them's the cards we're holding, and I've got all the aces up my sleeve.
A flash of the needle. With lightning speed, Sabine spears his hand. He howls with pain.
Strange. I see no cards whatsoever. The Master. Where is he? Not that you have to.
She twists the needle, making him squirm and scream.
On the island! He's on the island with no name.
Good boy.
She removes the needle. Roost suckles his wound with thick, slurping noises.
Where is the island? Tell me.
Oh, I'll do you one better. I'll take you there. I'm going to beat you. Like I did before, I'm going to bleed and bind you, and what's left of you, no more than a battered bit of meat, I'm going to deliver to the Master all over again. He'll be so glad to have his puppy back, even if she'll have lost some of her luster.
I know you come for me again. I know you do. I know I only have to wait. I am fine. I am fine when I return to my people. My people come for me. My mother, Sarias, the others. They take me away from there. But then the wolves come. Roost Anlon. He takes me and they cannot stop him. Do we return now? To the others? My people wait for me nearby. I show you. I show you where they wait. I see them behind my eyes. We go there. They wait. Freedom. I show you.
You are running through a barren landscape. Brambles and weeds scratch at your ankles. Your heart is pumping acid, but you can't stop. Something catches you around the chest and you fall. The roughed ground scrapes burns into the flesh of your bare arms, your knees, your face, you as you skid to a stop. Footsteps approach. That's the Scion, a rough voice calls. Kill him! You are a young elf, very young. Still, the memories of eons dance inside you. You watch them like a play behind your eyelids. You are asleep in your family home when Roost's people steal in like a plague. A hand over your mouth, a hurried journey through the forests. You won't tell Roost how to find the others. The end comes quick. They tried to hide you. They put you in a cellar. They put you in a cave. They put you in the hills. They put you in a pit. In the end, Roost found you anyway. He tried to find your memories by drilling a hole in your skull. It didn't work, but you were finally free.
You made the bad man go away. You did it.
The child smiled.
He's gone. I guess this means I can leave. I hope the next place is better. This was a bad place. Bye.
If I could give you the biggest hug in the world, I'd give you the even bigger one. I love you.
He's gone. It doesn't hurt anymore. You did it. You saved me from...
The spirit's chest heaves in short, hard bursts. Its face is pinched into a tight sneer, fists balled up at its sides. It falls to its knees and grabs its matted hair in two fists, then rips. The spectral mats break away and reappear.
You! I'll destroy you. I'll drink your blood. I'll...
He scratches at his scarred face with spectral nails, digging deep grooves that instantly vanish.
No.
this again.
Just when I think this land still.
We continue. We go on.
The Master is on the Isle with no name. We should head there post-haste.
She smirks quite joylessly.
You heard the way he spoke to me, didn't you? I don't think I'll lose any sleep over his violent demise. Roost. He was wickedness come to life. In his mind, we were nothing but things that squeal delightfully when tortured and ravished.
She looks at you intently, with searching, questioning eyes.
Does such a creature deserve anything less than death? Indeed. The name's on my left arm. Several I killed with pleasure. You read the ecstasy in my eyes when I made Roost scream. I ask again, does a creature like me deserve anything less than death? No innocence, not anymore. But in their name, So many guilty ones.
She holds up her needle and eyes it with the same searching, questioning look she gave you.
Beyond the blood hides nothing but a desire to be happy. I can only hope that is not too terrible a crime. Ha! A tale of cloaks and daggers and daredevilry. Are you up for it? Wonderful.
She bows with thespian flair.
Imagine a black room. It's been your room for years. You know it by touch more than sight, for it's always dark. And when I say always dark, I mean always dark. You're either in the room or in the box, for it's in the box that you travel. You're only let out at night, because you only hunt in the night, with the Master's voice in your ears urging you on. And after it's done, you lie down in the box once more, with wet hands and mad red thoughts. You can't always get what you want. The thing is, the box didn't break me, though I confess it taught me to hate. One night, I killed a scholar. With my needle through his fragile old skull, he fell headfirst upon his writing desk, blood mingling with spilt ink. It's when I saw the ink that timid thoughts of rebellion first bloomed. Back in my dark room, I dipped my needle that killed the scholar in his own ink, and engraved his name in my skin. I'd remember him. I'd honor him with vengeance. His name was the first, but many more followed. Of course.
She bares her left arm and shows you the name. You softly run your finger across it.
Mindarin. He was Turashar, a keeper of stories. I'm sure he was loved by many. People like him, the beloved dead, they kept me going. Then, one day, it happened. A gush of wind, a sliver of light. Light! I hardly knew it for what it was. A simple oversight that comes with habit. A door, left slightly ajar. That was all I needed to feel a rush of blood, a thirst for liberation like never before. I tore at the shackles that kept me chained to the floor, iron thick as a smith's wrists. Of course they wouldn't budge, they never did before. But now that I saw the light, something welled up inside me, a raw and undeniable burst of power. The shackles broke, and next thing I knew, I was free. I stood alone outside the ruins of a fortress, snow-capped peaks all around me. But the sun, oh, the sun. I had risen as if from the grave, and she kissed me back to life. Ain't over yet, honey. I was given my needle by the Master. Guess I'm just sentimental like that. Fine, if it means that much to you.
She draws her needle and holds it up between thumb and index finger.
Go on. Ever so gently touch the tip.
Barely have you touched the needle's pinpoint surface when a thick droplet of blood wells up from your fingertip.
Sharp little minx, isn't she? Sibyl, this needle was forged in an altogether different world. It wasn't wrought upon a crude anvil, hammered into shape with rough blows. No, it was cast with demon precision. It is absolutely priceless, and it's yours. The Master's own words. And he was right. As an instrument of assassination, it's absolutely priceless. But one day soon, he'll find out just how much he overspent on his gifts for little old me. Just why this needle is a girl's best friend. One might say I'm a bit of a sucker for poetic justice.